Well, we have made it, Daredevil fans, to now covering Season 3 of Daredevil, one of my favorite seasons out of the 3 seasons that we got for the original Daredevil series. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing I want to mention in this review is the story. The story is better than Season 2's story and as good as Season 1's story, because it has Matt Murdock destroyed after his building fell on him, from the ending of The Defenders and the church, Father Lantom, and his mother, Maggie, taking care of him. But of course, Matt does not know that Maggie is his mother, so he eventually figures it out and it's a whole big thing. But anyway, the story is golden in Season 3. It is so well done, and it is really good. Filled with action, filled with emotions, because Matt kept treating Foggy and Karen poorly, all while basically God testing Matt's faith and Matt's determination in this season, and everything really falling apart for Daredevil, because he's getting framed for a bunch of murders, because Ben Poindexter is impersonating him. It's a whole big, crazy, entertaining mess. But the story is golden in this season. It is as good as Season 1, which is a huge compliment, because Season 1's story was great. So now I want to talk about the action sequences in Season 3 of Daredevil, which are really good. Not better than Season 2, but still really awesome. And the main reason I love the action in this season the most is the fights we get with Daredevil and Wilson Fisk, Daredevil and the imposter Daredevil, Ben Poindexter, who's actually Bullseye from the comic book. Their fight scene is fantastic, and yeah, just the action itself within Season 3 is really awesome and really entertaining, and is definitely one of the best things about the season in general. And just from episode 1 to episode 13, you are constantly bombarded with the utmost best action, and I am very proud to say that, because Daredevil Season 3 is great with its action, if any. So the first character I'm talking about in this Season 3 review is Daredevil himself. Now, the only reason I'm really mentioning his character, because you won't see me really mention any of the other characters like Foggy Nelson or Karen Page, because I'm saving their character breakdowns for Daredevil Born Again, because I did break down their characters and all their goods and bads in Season 1's review. So if you want to see my opinion on them, go check that video out. But back to Daredevil. In this season, he is back to basics. He is back to the black suit that we all know and love from Season 1, and it just makes for a more street level and more fragile Daredevil, because he's not only emotionally broken in this season, but because he doesn't have that suit, he's also sometimes physically broken, you know? He physically gets stabbed and hurt so many times by not only Fisk, but also Ben Poindexter. And yeah, his character in Season 3 is the best we've seen of Charlie Cox's performance in the entire series, period, because he's dealing with all this physical and mental pain because of what he has experienced, what he has lost, and he feels guilt, but also he wants to protect his friends, so he has to abandon them. And his friends sticking by him ultimately is just such good writing, and Daredevil is beautifully writ in this season, and he is the best part about this season 100%. And Charlie Cox really did a fantastic job as Daredevil, and really anytime you see his character on screen, you are always entertained. So now I want to talk about the character of Father Lantom. Now, the reason I actually did not cover him in Season 2's review is because he did not play much of a role in that season, but in Season 3 he definitely plays more of a major role, and he even dies protecting Karen, which actually pissed me off very much. But yeah, his character in Season 3 actually was caught playing poker at a bar, so I was like, really? Are you actually a father at a church? Come on now. But yeah, his character was really awesome in Season 3, how he just sacrificed himself without a second thought to save Karen, and that was just such a beautiful way to go for his character. And yeah, the character of Father Lantom overall was a really awesome and well portrayed character, and I'm definitely gonna feel his absence in the Daredevil Born Again television series. So now I want to talk about the final good guy of Season 3, who is Ray Nadeem. Now, Ray Nadeem is actually a really awesome character within Season 3. A lot of what he does is really awesome and really well written, and all of his scenes are very well portrayed by the actor. And throughout this season, I really did like his character and feel for his character, because he was framed for a murder, and then he was basically Wilson Fisk's puppet until Ben Poindexter killed him. So it was an entire mess with his character that was really sad. But yeah, his character in Season 3 was really awesome, and I definitely do wish they kept him around and brought him in for Daredevil Born Again, but that's that's just the story. The story never really benefits if you don't kill off characters, and at this point, I definitely, looking back on it, think that the story wouldn't have benefited the way it needed to if Ray Nadim never died. But yeah, his character was really awesome in this season. So now heading to the villain side of things, I want to now talk about Wilson Fisk. Wilson Fisk in season 3 is now our main villain yet again, and he is badder than ever before because he is not only trying to take over the city, but he's now exposing Daredevil and also framing him for several bad things that has happened, like the church scene and the bulletin slaughter. So his story in this season is really well done, and his role in this season is even more well done by the writers and directors, and of course Vincent D'Onofrio plays him to perfection in this third season, and all the action sequences you get with him you're just gonna love, really, and that's so awesome to say, and I cannot wait to see what they do with his character in Daredevil Born Again. So now I want to talk about the character of Vanessa. Now, not much to really say this time around with Vanessa. She's only in 2 episodes. The biggest thing that actually happens with her character is the fact that she gets married to Wilson Fisk, which, yay, that's a big thing, but the worst thing she's ever done in this show is be the reason why they killed off Ray Nadim, because she actually calls the shot on Ray Nadim, and Daredevil actually calls her out on that and gets her arrested for it. But yeah, her character was just so unnecessary in season 3. I'm sorry, but she was just so unnecessary in season 3. So unnecessary. But yeah, we'll see if we even see her in Daredevil Born Again. If we do, please write her better. She was such a terrible character in this show. I don't actually think it was because of the writing. I think it was just because I don't like her character. I don't. But yeah, that's where I end things off with talking about the character of Vanessa. The final character we have to mention in this review is the character of Ben Poindexter, one of my favorite characters of the season. He is just so well written and so well portrayed, and his origin is really awesome and really chilling, and just everything about this character is really awesome, and I seriously cannot wait to see what they do with his character in Daredevil Born Again. His fight scenes, I cannot wait to see everything, really. I cannot wait to see his suit as well. I mean, you know, I've seen the trailers, and his suit doesn't look that good, but I don't know, maybe it'll look better when he's in action sequences fighting Daredevil or something. But yeah, I'm just very excited to see him back in Daredevil Born Again, because he was a phenomenal character in season 3 of Daredevil. So now it's my final thoughts. Overall, this is a 10 out of 10 season. Like I said, it is as good as season 1 was. It is better than season 2, but as good as season 1 was. And that is a huge praise and a huge compliment. And overall, I cannot wait to see all these characters return in Daredevil Born Again. And I cannot wait to see what stories they are given, what action sequences they're in, and I'm overall very excited. But this has been Mr. Movie Reviews. Take care.